So I just got home maybe about 30 minutes ago and put everything back on the shelves that I have. So I wanted to kind of give you guys an update. I tried to take as much footage as I possibly could. We were all like so cluttered together that I felt awkward taking out my camera. So what made me feel a bit more better about taking out my camera is that the guy in front of me, he does candles and some soap and some sugar scrubs, but he is trying to get into vlogging for YouTube. So that made me feel a little bit better to like bring out my camera and start filming the entire room so that y'all can kind of see what I was talking about as far as like when I say that we were all like close together. So I hope that y'all like the footage that I was able to get without being too invasive on people. So let's get into the logistics of this event, what I think, if I'll do it again, and so forth and on. So the person to my left had like woodworking stuff. So her husband did the carving of the wood and created corkscrews for wine and charcuterie boards and all the other type of stuff, pins and everything out of wood and things like that. The person to my right made cowboy hats. So it was a lot of, so it was 35 of us in there. Out of those 35, at least 6 of those were jewelry makers. They did have them spread out though. They did have the woodworking people together. So they had the woman beside me, her and her husband. Then right across from her was another woodmaker. They had me, and they had the person in front of me doing candles, a little bit of body butter, a little bit of soap, stuff like that. They had about 3 candle makers there out of 35 people. They had 2 bakers, at least 2 to 3 bakers there. So it was a lot of duplicates and did not have a spread out. They did have another soap maker over there in the corner, so she was further away from me. But anyway, majority of the people at the vendor event, as far as those vendors goes, a lot of people came to me and was like, hey, would you do it again next year? How do you like it? It was a lot of our first times doing this. I know some of them said that they did it in September and it was not good. A lot of us were talking about finding our demographics and what that looks like. Like the woman who did cowboy hats, she charged $150 per hat. That's not realistic for this clientele at a brewery. A lot of people were drinking and things like that. They were going back for seconds and thirds, and you get the point. So a lot of money was being spent on the alcohol and the food and all that types of stuff. And the food was expensive, so I'm sure the alcohol was even more expensive than that. But it was just, I don't think she made any sales, just because $150 is a lot at one booth for one hat. So that was a lot. But anywho, I think a lot of us, well, not a lot of us, when I would see vendors go to other vendors, of course I'd be looking because I'm not doing anything else, and they would be like, hey, how's it going? Not good. Not good at all. A lot of people said that. I don't know many people that said it went amazing. It was good. I would do it again. So I know some of them are doing the Christmas version. They have the Christmas one. And that's because they already signed up before they did this one. So they're going to do it because they paid for it. Some people are like, nope, I'm not doing that one. It won't that good. And so forth and on. And so overall, the location, good. The attendance, good. Organization, good. vendor fee too expensive for. It was way too expensive for people to not have made any sales. Thankfully, I made back my booth money plus a little bit more. However, you have to take into account I drove an hour one way. I had to put gas in my car to fill it back up, so forth and on. And so literally, there we go. You know, also you have to think about your expenses. So like, I have Canva coming out of my business account. I have business insurance coming out. I have, what else do I have? A list of stuff coming out. Anyway, I have a lot of stuff coming out. The website fees, which is Shopify, QuickBooks, which keeps account of my expenses. All of these fees are coming out on a monthly basis. And so overall, would I do this event again? No. Vendor fee was too expensive for me to have only made my booth money back plus a little bit more. And the distance, hour and a half, hour one way, wasn't worth it for me. So great experience. I get to say that I've tried that vendor location. I heard, so they have two vendor locations. They have one in Richmond and they have one at near a Short Pump, if you know Richmond, Virginia area. I heard that the one near Short Pump was people that made a ton of money at that brewery. It's the same brewery, but they have two locations. But the one over there near Short Pump did a lot better than the one here in Richmond. So, either who, I'm not doing it again. But it was fun. It was wonderful. I was planning on doing their Valentine's Day version called Gallons Day in February. Mark that off my list. So saving myself some time, honestly, and made a little bit of money, but saving myself some time, but also going to this one. More than likely, it's gonna be the same clientele at Valentine's Day and whatever. So either way, I hope you guys liked this video, got some tips and tricks from me when it comes to it.